What it is, what it ain't, it's your girl Umbrella, and I am back with another video. Okay, guys, in today's video, I am continuing talking about everything that is happening in the world right now. I'm sure everybody knows about the murders that have been occurring against black people, and the police, are behind the murders. They are the murderers. Since I made the last video of the Minneapolis violent riots, there's been riots and protests that have been sparked all across the United States. In every state in the United States, there has been a protest, a riot, or whatever the case may be. I'm just giving my update on on how I really feel about the situation and my perspective of this whole situation. Today is George Floyd's funeral. Rest in peace to George Floyd. I did see what his daughter says. She's so adorable. And I just feel bad because every little child needs their father in their life. Especially within our community, sometimes with the lack of fathers being present in a child's life. And to see a good dad just get killed by a police officer, people that are supposed to protect us and make us feel more safe, it completely pisses me off. And unfortunately, I do believe that a lot of the rioting and a lot of the looting is taking away from the entire message of the protests and of the Black Lives Matter movement. I know that a lot of people are, to me it seems that a lot of people are just afraid of saying that, the looting and the rioting is taking place, and that it's taking away from what the message really is. It's not go to the Target and see what you can steal. This message is about police brutality against the black community and, wrongful death against the city. You know what I'm saying? These police officers, they're supposed to be protecting us and making us feel safe, but instead they're murdering us, and they're completely getting away with it. Now, one thing I will say is that I'm from Washington, D.C. If you watch my videos, then you know I'm from Washington, D.C. And the riots that are happening, the protests that are happening in the city, it's very mixed. And it is the same in a lot of places. Like the protests are the same. And shout out to all the people out there that's making a difference and that are protesting and getting their voices heard and doing this for the right reason. Because unfortunately, I do feel like a lot of people are just out there for the fuck of it. A lot of teenagers and adults are out there just acting insane for no reason. Unfortunately, I understand that this police brutality is a major issue in our community, and I just feel like rioting and looting is not going to solve anything. And I'm in no way taking up for any high-end business or anything like that, but at the end of the day, we do live in powerful cities, and if we want to make powerful change, then we should do it in the shape and the form of law. I feel like as long as we pass laws and we get things handled, then that's the best way, and we support black-owned businesses, that's the way to preserve the future of our people. We can't keep burning shit to the ground, to make a point. And if you want me to talk about that further, then you can go look at my last video that I did about how I feel about the riots and the protests and the looting. And unfortunately, like I said, it's like the riots have become the focus of the entire movement, and that's not what it's really for. I did see a lot of people of different races other than black actually spray painting on Starbucks as Black Lives Matter, and being the ones that are looting the stores as well. And it just, at the end of the day, they're going to blame everything on black people. And especially because the Black Lives Matter, they're turning it, it's like people of different races, we appreciate your help, but you have to know what your help is. You know what I'm saying? You have to know what we need your help for. We don't need your help to spray paint anything. We don't need you to loot any stores, because at the end of the day, they're going to blame that shit all on us. And that's what it is. Specifically in this video, I do want to, explain, maybe not explain, but I do want to talk about what Trina said, because people are saying that Trina is canceled. I do understand people being angry about what she said about, not being afraid of the police, because she has her license and her registration and her insurance, so she's not afraid of the police. That part that she said was absolutely wrong, because black people are getting murdered whether they have their license and registration and insurance or not. That's the whole point. But some of the things that she did say wasn't wrong, in my opinion. I feel like what she said about people running around and acting like animals, I thought that was correct. When she said that half of the people that are out there don't even care about George Floyd, they're just, basically using it as an excuse to act crazy. I think that she's right about that. And I feel like that's the truth, especially where I'm from. I'm not from Miami. And that's her truth in Miami. You know what I'm saying? I'm from Washington, D.C., but I'm experiencing the same thing. Personally, if you don't know, I was in a car accident 9 months ago, and I'm not going to go out there and protest or do anything else to, put myself into harm's way. I feel like because the protesting, I understand the protesting and the meaningfulness of that, but it has become dangerous for anybody to be outside, especially because it's still the COVID. We still have this COVID-19 virus that's out as well, and it's just not safe to go out and be around hundreds and hundreds of people at a time, and put yourself in harm's way from the virus and due to physical harm. Like, I'm not personally going to do that. You guys know my sister is B. Octavia on YouTube. She's not doing that either, because her daughter needs her. You know what I'm saying? I am also noticing that just a lot of the influencers that, have more of a platform. And this is the thing about a platform. I personally believe that everybody has a platform, whether it's big or it's small or it's tiny. You know what I'm saying? Everybody can use their platform and speak about things that they want to speak about. Now, I tend not to follow people on YouTube. Subscribe to people on YouTube that are not, in my opinion, from what I watch, real. I try not to do that, because everybody on YouTube, not everybody, but some people on YouTube, they just on there for joke time, you know what I'm saying? So I can't look to them and expect them to say anything real or to be on time with it. But I do see a lot of people, period, on YouTube, and I don't know why. It's like they feel like they have some sort of celebrity status, but they wait a while to talk about the issue and then formulate like a statement that you can tell they written down. They written down before, like they actually put it on social media. In my opinion, it's not that serious. If you know that something is being done and it is wrong, it shouldn't take you 5 days to formulate a response to an issue and then put it on social media. In my opinion, either you think it's a problem or not, or you experience the problem or not. And the problem too is that I feel like a lot of black people that have money don't feel like it's almost like they feel like they don't experience the same problems as people that don't have as much money do. And it's like, at the end of the day, we're all black. Whether you have money or not, or whether you have a penthouse or whatever the case may be, if you start driving and you get stopped by the police, that might be your last day you'll be alive. You know what I'm saying? And it's just blowing me, because it's like these influencers, they're the ones that have the larger platforms, and they've been quiet for the past couple of weeks, actually, about issues. And for me, I'm from Washington, D.C., like I said before. It's crime. The level of crime that rises every summer is like, the most crimes that happen in D.C. happen in the summertime, and it's by the hundreds. And there's been an issue of murder against us and the police, or citizens and the police, even before all of this happened with George Floyd, Ahmaud Arbery, and Breonna Taylor. there's been crime in DC for a long time. I mean, even I got injured in a car accident. I got hit by a car. And around the time that I got into an accident, it was a lot of people getting hit by cars and dying and getting shot and getting murdered. And I feel like with the protests and the riots, it shouldn't be. I'm not trying to like say it as if it's together or as if protesting and rioting is the same thing, but it's such a mixture of the two that a lot of people don't know the difference. And I feel like that's the issue. I feel like people don't go out and be amongst the people that are doing a good job and that are trying to speak out on the issue if you're just trying to do evil things and do bad things and hurt people, you know? Like, there's a level of evilness and ugliness within the protesters that is putting a bad light on the entire situation. And this should be about black people in America not getting equal rights, not getting treated equally as others, period, you know? And I mean, honestly, this whole thing, like the whole situation, is just draining for me. Like, I haven't been able to do really much of anything or think about doing anything, excuse me, because I'm thinking about what's happening and if I'm going to be safe. It's bad enough it was the COVID, but now it's like all of these riots and protesting. It's just dangerous, period, to go outside. On top of the already high crime rate that happens every summer anyway. It's just like everywhere in the United States is a war zone. And I just really wanted to make this video to you know, just project a different perspective. I feel like everybody's saying the same thing. And if you from the hood and you've lived in the hood, then you know what the perspective is. You know that it's a lot of people out there that's just doing wrong shit, and they've been doing wrong shit, and they just using this entire Black Lives Matter movement for an excuse to do wrong shit. And that's just the truth. Unfortunately, it's a lot of people out there that's just using the situation, the protests, as an excuse to go out and just burn shit, because that's what they do all the time. And furthermore, I don't think that, you know, Trina was wrong for everything that she said. I think she was wrong about saying the animal comment, only because she said everybody at first. I understand what she's saying, and I don't think that she should be canceled. I don't agree with the comment about the insurance and the car and the, you know, getting pulled over by the cops. I don't agree with that at all. But everything she said wasn't wrong, and y'all know that. Y'all can't, like, don't try to cancel her because she said her experience and she said what she thinks is right. Don't try to cancel her, because it is people out there that's doing wrong shit. And I'm from DC, so I know, you know, and I'm sure it's happening in other places too. Unfortunately, it's just people out there that's changing the message. The message is about police brutality and about George Floyd, a hardworking black man, a father, a son, a brother, you know, that was just minding his fucking business. And whether he was getting detained or not by the police, he shouldn't have been killed by the police, and he shouldn't have been murdered by the police. He was already in handcuffs. It doesn't make any sense. And I feel like the best thing that we can do right now is support each other and, you know, just support our black-owned businesses and stop burning down our black-owned businesses. We need those to keep our community going, you know? So that's really what I have to say on this issue, on this topic. I hope to be creating more content soon, and I hope that people, you know, just try to be more safe as we, you know, endure what's been happening, because it's been happening for a long time. And I'm just gonna close out the video. Make sure that you like this video. Make sure you subscribe for real content. I don't play games. I'm for the black community, you know, surviving and preserving our energy for issues like this. But it's like, we gotta do better. We gotta have to do better to express ourselves, express our anger and our frustration. We can't just burn shit down. That's just, we gotta prove, you know, if we don't want people to call us animals, we gotta stop acting like it. Period. So it's Umbrella. Make sure you like and you subscribe to this channel for more content. I'm about to get out of here. See you guys later. See you in the next video. Bye.